Hey you, it's another beautiful day. Let's watch some stuff.
This is something you'll never see in the middle of a day. 3rd Avenue in New York City. This is the future when everybody leaves and heads to Florida. They're on their way to Texas, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Look, there's nobody back there because they've all fled the city, and it'll be a city only of criminals, homeless, emotionally disturbed, and migrants. I am Nostradamus. I see what's coming in 2024. Vast sea of emptiness.
How about that? New York City, usually hustle and bustle and crowded streets, people everywhere, and not a soul in sight. People are leaving New York. It's becoming overrun by the criminals and immigrants, and stores are closing because they're being robbed and they can't afford to stay there anymore. There are a lot of streets in New York now that are like ghost towns, and it's happening in a lot of places, and it's because there's no crackdown on theft. You have to steal more than $1,000 to get in trouble, and if you're peacefully stealing, you're not going to get in trouble at all. They're gonna do a catch and release on you, and that's the way that it is. And those are the laws now these days, and it's absolutely absurd. Check out this crazy law.
San Francisco wants to stop businesses from leaving by making it illegal. Yep, if you're a grocery store in the city of San Francisco, you better give the board of supervisors 6 months notice before even trying to close down your store, according to a new proposal that's on the table in that city. Let's say you don't comply by putting a bunch of notices in your store indicating to your customers that you are going to be closing down within 6 months. Well, guess what? Then one of them can say, you're no longer providing a food resource in my neighborhood, and now under San Francisco's new rule, I get to sue you. So what San Francisco is proposing to prevent itself from becoming a food desert, from all these stores closing down right away, is either you can be sued by a bunch of citizens and a bunch of constituents, or you can stay open for an extra 6 months and take on all those losses yourself. That city is run by a bunch of communists. Now, who are they to tell me as a business owner that I have to keep my store open and take on all these losses, and that I even have to notify them that I'm going to be leaving the city? That's my business. I get to take my business elsewhere. I don't need the permission of some city elected bureaucrats who don't know what the hell they're doing.
So if this passes in San Francisco, not only are business owners required to allow people to rob them continuously, but you have to stay open for 6 months after letting the city know, hey, I'd like to go because I'm not making any money. You have to stay open for another 6 months while allowing these people to rob you blind. Way to go, California. You're doing it again. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're having a good time, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and then come back tomorrow because I'm making a new video every day.
Breaking news. 50 Cent just exposed Kim Kardashian for her connections to Diddy's crimes. Oh, he is not stopping until he tells everything that she was hiding from so long ago. Well, so 50 Cent is pointing fingers at Kim Kardashian for her ties to Diddy's alleged crimes. Yeah, you heard that right. But wait, it gets juicier. Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's boy toy, is under the microscope too, with unsettling allegations linking him to the tragic passing of Diddy's ex, Kim Porter. Remember when Kanye went on a rant about Corey being CIA? Well, turns out there might be more truth to it than we thought. Corey's been tight with Diddy for ages, and he was even on the scene when Kim Porter passed away. Coincidence? Maybe not. And let's not forget Kim quietly hitting that unfollow button on Diddy's IG just before Homeland Security came knocking on his door. Talk about shady timing. The Kardashians might be scrambling to cover their tracks, but with 50 Cent on the case, the truth is bound to come out. Fans are buzzing, speculating if there's enough proof to tie the Kardashians. Hold the comment icon and see your secret emojis to comment with.
Every time I look on TikTok and I try to find more information about this whole P. Diddy stuff and the Kardashians and their involvement, I feel like I'm reading the National Enquirer, right? From the 90s, where it's just straight up gossip. It's gossip that's gone through 15 different channels and it comes out the end and it's not what it started as. And it doesn't feel like news. But I said I'd bring an update as I found them, and this is the only update that I found. So I'd really like this to come to a head so we can all find out what the heck is actually going on. It's just speculation, all kinds of speculation, and no real substance. I'd like some substance. If you have some substance, please let me know the substance that you have. All right, I'm pretty sure I'm being targeted by the drug cartel. I know. So over on my YouTube channel, I do reaction videos to creepy and conspiracy TikToks. And I've done a few pieces lately about how your technology is spying on you, your phone is spying on you, your appliances, the US government, advertising agencies, everybody's spying on you constantly. They need to know what you're thinking and what you want to buy so they can sell you stuff and other things, right? And then a few days ago, I did a piece on how Mattress Firm is a money laundering front for the drug cartel because there's so many of them and nobody's ever in there, right? Last night, I got an email. Check this out. Mattress Firm sending me 20% off. And it starts out TikTok. What? I have never stepped foot in a Mattress Firm before. Never. I've never even Googled Mattress Firm before these last few days when I did the video. And I have never corresponded with anybody at any Mattress Firm. And now here we go. 33 minutes to find out. Should I go? Think I'll come back? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Yes, I did just add a TikTok of myself from this morning because I thought that was crazy what happened last night. Totally being watched, totally being spied on by everything. And I'm not going to Mattress Firm. I'm just not going to go. I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I totally just added a TikTok of myself from this morning. I got that email last night and I was blown away and I was like, oh my goodness, what a crazy coincidence. This has got to be talked about. So that happened. And yeah, I'm over on TikTok. Check it out if you want. It's not that spectacular. It's mostly just my cutting room floor. Actually, it's pretty much all just my cutting room floor. But you're welcome to check it out if you'd like. I'll leave a link down below. Those are mountain lions during mating season. And it sounds an awful lot like a woman screaming. And I've heard stories about people who have heard that sound and think it's a woman crying. And they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta go help. And it doesn't end up well. But that's a crazy sound. That is a terrifying sound. I'd hate to hear that. Be out camping and then you hear that. Yeah. Don't get out of the tent. Just stay in the tent. That's terrifying. You don't know what to do in that situation because your instinct is like, I should go help. But you shouldn't because you don't know what it is. It might not be good.
The internet's dead, and you killed it. Back in 2020, on the cesspool known as a theory came out. It's called the dead internet theory. What exactly is the dead internet theory? The dead internet theory basically says that our life is run by algorithms. The content that you consume on a daily basis is produced by an AI, artificial intelligence. The majority of influencers that you follow or people that you talk to are all just AI. They're fake. It says that a lot of them are made with deep fakes. Does that sound familiar? Have you run into these videos with
put a finger down?
Or maybe one of the facts videos? Now, the question I have, if we know that this content is all over the place these days, did the dead internet theory actually have some substance behind it? We've seen deepfakes of celebrities all over the place. We know that there are some unsavory websites that use their faces and produce content that's not suitable for places like TikTok. But how long has this actually been going on? As artificial intelligence has become more mainstream, we know that it's out there. We've watched these facts videos with fake voices and art that's been generated by AI. I don't know about you, but I had to give it a try. So it makes me wonder, did we killed the internet?
I come across a lot of content every day that is AI generated images and artificial voices, and I try not to use them so much, but I do find some that are really good, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to put them in. But I try to use more actual people that I believe are actual people, but it's getting harder and harder to tell now. And I think that we did cause this unaligned internet because we are introducing this AI and people are like, oh, it's so easy to use. So they use it more and more and more. And now the bots are using it. So a lot of these content creators that we're finding, they're not actual people. I mean, somebody's got to push the button and tell it what to write, but mostly it's taking somebody else's stuff, changing the voice, and adding AI video onto the back of it. And it sucks. I like seeing people more than seeing these AI generated images.
Guys, AI is getting out of control. So my best friend calls me and she says, do you also get the AI grannies on Facebook? I beg your finest pardon? So I'm like, no, please enlighten me because it sounds like you belong in jail. I don't think you're ready for what she sent me. So it's all AI generated old ladies and the caption always goes something like this. Hello everyone, I'm so-and-so. I'm an insane amount of years old. I made my own birthday cake with peach cream. It's always peach cream for some reason. I started decorating cakes when I was 5. Do you want to see my cake decorating journey? Rosa is turning 1,122 years old. All right, this AI granny is turning 120. Oh, she's turning 122, but that's not a cake. It's just light up numbers. 122 again. These are the fakest looking people I've ever seen. Dog Lovers US, what are you doing? Here's another one. Jane. And another one. This one's by the page Native American History. Hip birthday, Rosa, 12. So this one's my personal favorite. Happy birthday, Re36 3FE, 386 years old. And what's going on with her face there? Are those teardrop tattoos? I'm unsure of what's happening. And every one of these posts has real people liking, sharing, and commenting, happy birthday, Rosa. This one has 22,000 likes, 15,000, 26,000, 121,000 for Rosa's 112th or 12th birthday. What is happening?
Just another example of AI generated content. And a lot of the comments are bots. And then it gets other people to see it. Like it populates it in other people's feeds. And then you see it and you like it. And then it goes on and on. It snowballs until it's suddenly a money generating ad. And it's not even real. It's a bunch of BS. And people are like, oh my gosh, she's celebrating her 112th birthday. But she's not. She's celebrating her 1 second birthday because she was just created just now.
Back in the 40s, Eisenhower put together a group and they called it Majestic 12. The names of these people are historically documented, and there's supposedly these papers that came out describing that they were tasked with taking the whole UFO thing and managing the information, which involved burying it to the point where nobody was accountable. So they created this whole organization. Now, people will debate the existence of MJ-12. It's a hotly debated subject. The papers that came out, people still to this day debate their authenticity. But it makes sense that if you're the government in the 40s and 50s, and you've got evidence of something that you don't understand that's crashed, you're going to put together at the highest level a group of scientists and military people and intelligence people to look at this and manage it and decide how to disperse it to the public, if at all. So if there wasn't an MJ-12, a simple thought experiment would lead you to the point where there must have been somebody.
Part of their job was also misdirection, making sure the general public didn't know what the heck was going on. So there was this crash, right? And then it was reported, hey, there's a crash. And then they developed this Majestic 12 team. And then they came out and they're like, no, weather balloon. All right? So government's hiding stuff. They got aliens. They got alien technology. They have to. They have to. I believe they have to. I believe they have to.
So essentially what those cameras do is track you around the store and pretty much scan what items you pick up. I worked back at a grocery store in 2016 and those cameras were able to detect like on-scanned items going out the door. So just so you guys know, Walmart does that too. And if you think you're getting away with it, you most likely are, but with some people, they play the long game and like keep count of all the shit you've taken over the years to charge you with like felony charges. So yeah, just so you guys know, you're being watched at Walmart literally 24/7. And they know every single item you take out of the store that you didn't pay for.
So not only are our big box stores watching where you're standing so that they can sell that information to advertising companies, they're also watching your every single move throughout the entire store to see what you pick up and then what you scan out. When you scan yourself out, if you scanned out those items that you picked up. And like she said, they play the long game. They wait until you've accumulated so much money worth of stuff and they're like, all right, that's it, let's get them. And we're just gonna throw all this video out. But they're also collecting your facial data, facial recognition data, following you around and storing that information so that next time you walk in, they're like, boom, here's this person. This is how much money they've taken from us. Let's see how much more they take today. Yeah, I get it. They're protecting themselves because they don't want to lose money and all of that jazz, but they're stealing your facial data. You know what? I saw something about this. I'm gonna look for it and I'll put it in tomorrow's video because I'm calling it here for today. That's gonna be the end of it for today. I know it's kind of like a cliffhanger. But come back tomorrow and we'll talk about that. And it's going to be interesting. All right? Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate every single second that you've given me. It means the world to me. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.